What's good, Osiris here, Middle Mega. This is a topic that's very important, and I'm trying to figure out how to communicate this so the most dense of our population can understand. Because what we're doing right now is turning any type of criticism for certain people that identify as something into hate and bigotry, and I'm not having it. I don't give a damn what your identity is. I can criticize the content of your statements. I can criticize your personality, the substance of who you are. I don't care what your identity is. Mr. Beast YouTube star Chris Tyson praised by fans after sharing HRT journey. So much respect. I don't give a damn about Chris Tyson. You've never heard me once. I talk about Mr. Beast often. I guarantee you've never heard me once. I know who he is from Mr. Beast, but you never heard me once have that bruh's name, now gal's name, come out of my mouth. Chris Tyson. If you want to transition, ma'am, go ahead and do so. I have no problem with that. It has nothing to do with me. If you would have transitioned and never made a statement, never talked about it, never wanted praise and courage and talked about this victimhood I'm going to get into here a second, I wouldn't be doing a video on it. Go ahead and do you. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But let me tell you why I'm upset. Well, I disagree with you strongly. So we'll leave it at that. I'm not upset at you transitioning. I don't give a damn about you transitioning. But what you're doing, though, is using an identity to spread some bullish. Chris Tyson, if you don't know, regularly stars alongside YouTube star, the number one star that is important. He is the number one corporation of social media, like as far as like influencers, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Mr. Beast, and his process, what he's done there. He's a marketing genius, and he goes viral all the time. Chris Tyson's receiving a wave of love after opening up about their gender identity on social media. And here's some of the comments from Chris Tyson through Twitter. Chris Tyson says, informed consent HRT saved my and many others' lives. The hurdles GNC people have to jump through to get life-saving, gender-affirming healthcare in a first-world country is wild to me. Just let people make informed decisions about their own bodies. There's nobody out here and nobody prominent out here. This dude is a 26-year-old father and husband, or I don't know what he uses as far as the titles go now. Name the prominent person that's saying that this Chris shouldn't be able to transition. And then you go on, they talk about gender affirming care. So if somebody says for gender affirming care, I just don't like it for kids who are under 18. You can disagree with them, Chris, but that doesn't make you a victim. That's what gets me upset. Don't hide behind the transformer identity. You can run, but you ain't hiding for my criticism. I defend and honor your First Amendment right to say whatever stupid stuff you want to say, and I have the right to counter it. I'm not, you as a trans person, whatever. I want to talk about the content of what you're saying. Gender affirming care for children. You can disagree with somebody, Chris, and that doesn't mean you're a victim. That doesn't mean they're a bigot. Here he comes spreading all this victimhood about how hard it is as a trans person. Bruh, you a well-off 26-year-old family man at one point. You all right. And if you want to transition, you can. If some states are passing those laws for younger youth, but if you want to, you can. And here's what you get. He comes out as trans, which is perfectly fine. And for me, what I would say is, if Chris would have came out as trans, and then the media did big stories about it, and Chris was like, I'm a transformer now. I am who I am. I want everybody else to feel free to be who they are, but I don't need flowers. I don't need all this accolade. I'm not hating anybody. If you don't believe in critical gender theory, I'm not trying to make you. I transition for me and myself. I don't need all this publicity. If he would have said that, I would have done a video praising her. But no, instead comes out of and then comes out and gets praise in the media and flowers and love. what kind of courage does it take to come out as a transformer right now? You tell me. What takes more courage? Coming out as a transformer or trying to be in a nuanced way, say, I don't care that you're a transformer. I want to criticize what you want to say and not get canceled or labeled as something. Which one takes more courage to you right now? Yeah, I'm not giving you any love and admiration for coming out as transformer right now. That's the end thing. Amazon, every big Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch, every big corporation in the United States, every single one is celebrating you with roses, flowers, endorsements, trips to the White House, Democratic Party accolades. There is no courage on that level. Now, you might say on a family level, maybe there's family issues, fine, but not how Chris is talking about it. He's a grown-ass man. I don't want to hear a victimhood out of you. You haven't sold me. We know what this is about. It's about anti-populism. It's about anti-Trump. It's about being anti-MAGA. That's what it's about. Yes, it's about keeping the prominence of a big corporation like MrBeast, and he's got many of these other corporations out here. The Democrat Party has created an atmosphere that if you don't bend the knee to the altar of woke, then you will be eliminated. That's what it's really about.